Mangroves and seagrasses, two of Belize's natural ecosystems, can be found in many places along Belize's coast. Globally, coastal zones with these ecosystems are considered some of the most productive places. They are important habitats, feeding grounds, and nurseries for numerous species. Turtles, manatees, birds, crabs, and various species of fish, from sharks to groupers, use these areas to feed, shelter, and reproduce. These ecosystems also provide nations with physical protection from storms and floods. In Belize, mangroves and seagrass are critical habitats and key to the local economy. It is estimated that mangroves alone contribute over $14 million in fisheries value, $176 million in tourism and recreation, and $167 million in coastal protection per year. The benefit of these ecosystems extends well beyond their value for biodiversity. Coastal ecosystems can help communities mitigate against and adapt to climate change. Mangroves and seagrasses are natural carbon sinks, meaning they take in carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that is rapidly increasing due to human activities, and lock this carbon away, incorporating it in their tissues, roots, and soil.
Mangroves such as these take CO2 out of the atmosphere. You extract it, it goes into biomass, and then some of it goes into soils where it can be stored for thousands of years.
By removing carbon from the atmosphere and providing climate adaptation benefits, these ecosystems can play a role in global efforts to lessen the impacts of climate change.
They buffer shorelines, they help stabilize sediments, and so as a result, they are nature-based solutions to climate change, and countries can include them in climate response policies such as the Paris Agreement.
To meet this task, it is first helpful to understand the associated carbon stored within the ecosystem.
Pure Charitable Trust and WWF, they had spearheaded the efforts of upgrading our targets and actions with regards to blue carbon. And they had proposed carrying out assessments on our coast to upgrade the actions and the targets in the NDC, and also to value blue carbon systems.
A new research project seeks to help answer this question. This first-of-its-kind project in Belize is being led by the Smithsonian Institution, World Wildlife Fund, and the Pew Charitable Trust with expertise from Silverstrom Climate Associates, the University of Belize, and in collaboration with local NGO partners and national government, including the Belize National Climate Change Office, the Coastal Zone Management Authority and Institute, and the Fisheries and Forest Departments. This project will provide a comprehensive assessment of carbon stored within mangrove forests across Belize and develop a baseline carbon stock estimate for seagrass.
This fieldwork that we just did is just helping to provide us with some additional justification for why we need to protect these ecosystems, because the aim now is for us to understand the quantity of carbon that these ecosystems are sequestering nationally. And so that this information can then be integrated within Belize's REDD+ inventory.
Researchers have conducted fieldwork, including soil sample collection and measurements of mangrove trees to determine the amount of organic carbon found in soils and plants. As seagrass is also recognized for their high carbon sequestration ability, this mangrove carbon assessment will also be complemented with a similar assessment for seagrasses.
We've gone into the field and got data from the country, understanding that each mangrove system, seagrass system, is really different up and down the country. So we started up in New River, right to the north, worked our way down to Punta Gorda, and did some sampling as well along the Keys. By doing these individual estimates of these different sites, we get a much better understanding of what these systems are storing in terms of carbon. From that, rather than using regional estimates or global estimates, we're able to give a much better accounting of the blue carbon in these systems for Belize.
The resulting data will provide a more precise and quantitative valuation of the carbon storage benefits of mangroves and, to a lesser extent, seagrass, to aid in the implementation of Belize's NDC.